continuous pyrolysis plant. Like the 3D model, you can have a look. Normally we know if we want to recycle tires, plastic, or oil sludge, we can consider the batch type pyrolysis plant or semi-continuous pyrolysis plant. But that technology is normal technology. Now we want to get more strict environmental protection, so we have the new design fully continuous pyrolysis plant. Before we talk about the fully continuous technology, now I want to talk about the difference between we can talk about the difference between fully continuous pyrolysis plant and batch pyrolysis plant. Okay, so at the beginning, normally, firstly, the difference between batch type and continuous is the raw material difference. For example, for batch pyrolysis plant, the raw material you can feed whole tires or you can feed plastic wastes and others. Some solid raw material is no problem. But for fully continuous pyrolysis plant, you need to ensure your tires need to firstly convert into rubber powder. It's about 5 mm rubber powder to ensure there is no metal inside or there's no hard issues. So normally, if you have the rubber powder, you already have the rubber powder as raw material, you can consider fully continuous pyrolysis plant. If you have the whole tires, you can consider batch pyrolysis plant. Okay, and next, about the daily capacity, that is the difference. Normally for the batch pyrolysis plant, we can consider the small capacity. For example, 1 tons, 2 tons, 3 tons, 5 tons, even 10 tons, 12 tons, and 15 tons. That's the daily capacity for batch pyrolysis plant. If you consider fully continuous pyrolysis plant, normally you need to consider at least 30 tons or 50 tons. So normally, let's say, if you have large quantity of the raw materials, you can consider fully continuous pyrolysis plant. If you consider small quantity of the raw material, then batch type is more recommended for you. Okay, then also there's for the technology difference. For batch pyrolysis plant, you can consider normally it is 1 day per batch. For example, for 15 tons batch pyrolysis plant, we can see we can complete a whole process in 1 day, normally about 20 to 22 hours per day. So beginning, we need to feed 15 tons raw material in the reactor. Then after wholly complete, we totally used about 20 to 22 hours. But for fully continuous pyrolysis plant, it is wholly continuous process. It means the feeding process and the discharging process is totally continuous. That is running for 24 hours per day and for 2 months no stop. So normally we can say about 2 months as a batch, as a process. Then normally the feeding is about 2 tons per hour. During our feeding, at the same time the discharging process is going on. So it is mostly used in a big factory. Okay, and for the batch pyrolysis plant, normally you need to firstly feed 15 tons into reactor, then starts the operation. After it, we need to discharge it. Then that is a batch process. But for fully continuous, it is a wholly continuous process. No need to control it or just no need to affect the whole process in the 2 months. After 2 months, we need to stop it for a few days to maintain it. So normally for fully continuous, it's more convenient and it's a trend. And the next point about the consumption of the heating fuel. Normally for batch pyrolysis plant, you need to use the oil or gas or wooden coal as heating fuel. And during the process, normally after the syngas come out, you can use the syngas, recycled syngas as heating fuel. But in the batch pyrolysis plant, the main consumption of the fuel is the oil or gas. But for fully continuous, you can see the video. Normally, the main consumption of the fuel is the syngas from the process. In the first day of the processing, normally about 4 hours later, we will get the syngas. Then before the 4 hours syngas come out, we use oil as heating fuel. After that, you can totally use the whole process syngas. The syngas come out, then you can use it as the heating fuel. So normally, let's say for fully continuous pyrolysis plant, it's totally save your fuel. Because in the almost 60 days, you only need the oil or other like natural gas at the beginning 4 hours in the first day. After that, you totally use the syngas from the process. So it's also the difference. And for the labors, it's also different. For batch pyrolysis plant, normally you need to use about 3 to 4 workers. At least when you're feeding the raw materials, you need 2 laborers to control auto feeder and to control the grabber. Then for the oil boilers, there's 4 oil boilers in batch pyrolysis plant. So you need a worker to control the oil boiler. We need to ensure the whole process, the temperature, operation temperature is about 320 degrees. Then after that, you need 1 worker to control the discharging. So normally, let's say for batch pyrolysis plant, you need at least 3 to 4 workers. But for fully continuous pyrolysis plant, normally you can use only 1 worker or even no worker at all. Because in the fully continuous process, it's totally continuous process. You need to use a control room, inspection room, then just 1 worker here to inspect the whole process. Or you can set up the PLC control system. The PLC control system can achieve no workers and can control computer remote control. So even you are in the office, but this process, this factory is about 100 meters far away from your office. That's okay. You can control it in your computer. That's PLC control system. Of course, it is an optional device. The details you need to talk with our sales manager to ensure which configuration you confirmed. Okay, now we can say there's much difference between batch pyrolysis plant and the fully continuous plant. So you can choose the different technology according to your different requirements. Now let's watch together about the 3D model, the 3D process of the whole process of fully continuous pyrolysis plant. Okay, just now we watched the 3D video. Welcome to our live show. Today we mainly talk about the fully continuous pyrolysis plant. You can use the raw material like tire rubber powder or mixed plastic. Normally, if you want to feed in the fully continuous technology, we need to firstly convert whole tires into 5 mm rubber powder, or you need to crush the mixed plastic into small pieces. Welcome to our live show. This is Alicia about fully continuous pyrolysis plant talking. So let's firstly watch the project report of 50 tons fully continuous pyrolysis plant. Normally for the fully continuous pyrolysis plant, if your raw material is enough. Hello, welcome to live show. We are in China, so I am Chinese. Okay, let's go. Firstly, we will have the business document about the fully continuous technology. This is our company profile. You can see our company in Doing Holdings company. Now our office in Zhengzhou, in China, the central China and the central province, Henan province. Hi, welcome to our live show. This is Alicia, sales manager from China Doing Group. Welcome to our live show. So today in our live show, we are mainly talk about the fully continuous pyrolysis plant. If you are interested in this project, you can leave your contact, like your phone number or email, then we will contact you later. About our company, actually we have at least 13 years to produce the pyrolysis plant. So now the fully continuous is a new technology. Okay, you can have a view. This is our office. We welcome you come for a visit. Actually, here we have a photo wall. That's almost everyone who come to our office to have a visit. We will take a photo or take some photos to keep the memories. So you can have the memories, and we will also leave it. And here, this is our factory. This is the outside of our factory, and this one is our inside factory. Normally for our pyrolysis plant in our factory, we have many processing devices. You can have a look. This is the latest cutting machine. This is the plasma cutting machine. Normally during our production, we will use such machine. And this one is the steel plate bending machine. This one automatic submerged arc welding machine. You know, in our process, the good quality welding is very important. So normally this welding machine will help a lot to ensure our quality. This is the floor ladder. This is the shaper. Rolling machine, boring and milling machine. And during the shaping, normally for fully continuous, it's also a difference between batch pyrolysis plant and the fully continuous plant. For batch pyrolysis plant, normally we use a FR container and 40 feet high Q container. That's okay. But for fully continuous pyrolysis plant, because our reactor is too big. Normally we need to use the bulk ship. Other condensers or tanks we can use in containers. Let's just have a look. This is our fully continuous reactor inner. Normally our 50 tons fully continuous pyrolysis plant, the reactor inner is about 2 meters times 26 meters. So we make it in 2 parts. This is the one of the parts. This is the second part. And also we have the installation cover and base. So each reactor inner, we have 2 big parts, installation cover and installation base. So normally we need to consult about the bulk ship, about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least 6 parts. Then other condensers we can ask about the containers. This is the delivery photo. Every one of our project we make it very clear and clean. Of course, you can also customize the color you like before shipping. Okay, here shows some patent certificate. Normally we have ISO and CE certificate. And also we already registered about 26 patents in our office and factory. You can have a look. And here this is a proposal list just for reference. This is a 50 tons pyrolysis reactor. So at the beginning we will have reactor. But this photo shows in China, Chongqing province, about the 50 tons pyrolysis plant. They just set up 2 sites 50 tons to achieve daily 100 tons. But now the owner from Chongqing, they just expand additional 1 plant. So at this moment, Chongqing site already have 3 sites 50 tons pyrolysis plant. This is the oil gas buffer tank. Normally, we have 2 buffer tank with 4 condensers, but now we update our technology. Now our fully continuous pyrolysis plant, we have 4 buffer tank with 3 condensers. Just like this. And this is the water seal. And then a temporary storage tank. In our line, normally we have 3 oil tanks for temporary storage. So if you have other bigger requirements about the oil tanks, you can customize one or you can build it locally. Normally we suggest you build a bigger one in far away of the factory. It's more safe. This is the optional device, smell disposal system. This smell disposal system normally to clean the flue gas, to clean the syngas. You know, from our process we have the syngas. The syngas, there's some sulfur content. It is bad smell. If we use it directly, it is so bad smell. So we use this smell disposal system to remove the smells. And also this is our patent machine. After we cleaning the syngas, we can use it directly as heating fuel. Just regard as natural gas. It's totally the same. This is a carbon black sludging auger. Normally for fully continuous pyrolysis plant, there's no cooling time of the carbon black. So normally we will firstly discharge it in the discharge black in the carbon black auger. Outside the auger, there's water jacket. So during our discharging process, the carbon black can be cooling step by step, and every auger we will set up a temperature thermometer, so you can see how much temperature this carbon black already is. You know, for batch pyrolysis plant, we need some time to cooling the reactor. After cooling to about 80 degrees, we can discharge the carbon black. But for fully continuous, we don't need to wait for the reactor cooling down. We just use the discharge carbon black into the water jacket sliding auger. That's okay. This is the flue gas desulfurization tower. It is also an optional device. Normally it's cleaning the flue gas. So in some countries, if there is no strict requirement about the flue gas, about the environment, then normal standard configuration is okay. But if you are in Europe, you want to achieve Europe standard with no pollution, normally this one is recommended. You just use it to clean the flue gas. After cleaning, normally the flue gas can achieve white vapor with no pollution. This is the flue gas spring cooling device. Normally you can tell us which country or which state you will do the project, then our sales manager will customize the plan according to your situation. So this is one of the plan for your check. And normally in our company, our payment method is about 100. Normally it's 100 TT payment. If you do batch pyrolysis plant, we can achieve 30% deposit at the start. Then the balance payment you need to pay before shipping. But for fully continuous, cause you know the cost is high, so normally we will required about 40% as a deposit. Then the balance payment pay it before shipping. The valid normally the delivery time. Normally for fully continuous pyrolysis, the delivery time can achieve 1 month, but it also depends on your time. For example, if you place your order, before your order, we already have many big projects before you. So we will need to check and calculate the exact delivery time. But normally, when you talk about your plan, when you are ready to confirm the order, our sales manager will update the delivery time about your order. Contains. We will show the 50 tons fully continuous pyrolysis plant for the full continuous pyrolysis plant. Also, we will also provide the layout drawing, the process design drawing, workshop layout drawing. And also, if you already have your land, size, normally we can customize the layout according to your size. And we can make a clear layout with a whole factory for your reference. So before or after you receive your machines, it's clear for you to build your workshop. And here in the document, we also shows which is not contained. We can talk about the procedure about your order. So normally, if you place the order, if you pay the deposit, we start the production. Then, during the production, we will update some photos and videos about the procedures, the production. And also every week we will have the live show. Sometimes we will have the live show in office. Sometimes we will go in the factory to show you exact production situations. You can focus on our live show. Then when you pay the balance payment before shipping, we will book a ship for you. If you have your forwarder, you can consult your ship. If you want us to help you, normally we can help you to consult the shipping items. And after we book a ship for you, at the same time, we will give you the plan you need to prepare. Normally for fully continuous, it's easy because you don't need to make the foundation. Normally we will build a group and invite some engineers inside our group. Also, you can invite your company workers like technical or your boss inside. Then we can cooperate about the preparation. For fully continuous pyrolysis plant, normally you need to solid your land. You can prepare one line 10 meters wide times 70 meters length. Then after that, we will also give you some points to help you to make sure the installation point. Then during the shipping, or there is an expected time when you receive the machine, we will ask you if you need our engineer to guide your installation, commissioning, and train your local workers. If you have your own engineer team, actually we support the free consultant and free online commissioning. Of course, we will send you all drawings to help you. If you feel not guarantee, you can ask our engineers to your site. Hello, welcome to our live show. This is Alicia, sales manager from China Doing Group. Today we mainly talk about the fully continuous pyrolysis plant. So now let's continue about the preparation when you receive the machine. If you need our engineers guiding and commissioning, normally you can talk with us. Then we will start to make the visa. And then we will also make a list and send you to prepare. For example, the tools, what exactly you need to prepare, what kind of workers you need to prepare, and how much land, how much electricity you need to prepare, like this. There's a list to help you. Before our engineers arrive, you need to make this preparation done. Then it is more efficiency. Thank you. Welcome to John. Welcome to our live show, John. If you have any concerns or questions about our fully continuous pyrolysis, you can leave your message. Of course, if possible, please leave your phone number or contact. After the live show, our sales manager will contact you and give you more detailed information. Oh, that's nice. You already contact our team and plan to visit China. Okay, welcome your visit, John. Hope to meet you very soon. And we can continue. For the equipment installation, commissioning, and quality assurance and after-sale service, actually we already have 13 years for our production, our machines. So now we are very mature. So actually we already have a team mainly do the after-sale service. No matter when you have the problem or have concerns, you can contact us. Our sales manager and after-sales service manager will keep contact to help you until you are satisfied. And you can see these are the details we will provide. And for the fully continuous pyrolysis plant, normally we give the plan for at least 1 month or 2 months to get the installation. Then we also need about 1 week or 1 month to commissioning. At the same time, our engineer will train your local workers. So after every single problem, then our engineer can come back. Sometimes our owners will talk. The whole process need about 2 months. They just ask our engineer stay there for 2 months. That's also no problem. So the engineer staying time and other requirements we can talk more. Okay, here we have some installation engineer configuration. Normally you can see we will have the process instruction engineer, mechanical engineer, and electrical engineer. And for the procedures, we also have a plan for your reference. You can see normally in the first month we will have a process engineer to get installation, equipment placement, and also the plant form. By the way, our fully continuous pyrolysis plant, the quotation include all details. So for the fully continuous, you can see we also include the plant form. The plant form is very convenient for you to go on and check everywhere you want. And you can see the on-site installation personal configuration. This shows what exactly you need to prepare locally if you do this project. You need at least 4 welder, 3 general workers, and at least 1 irrigation workers and electrician. And also for the instruction tool, these are the details for the tools you prepared. If you have any questions or concerns, you can leave message here. I can answer you very fast. Okay, let's see the technical document. This is our 3D model of our fully continuous pyrolysis plant. You can see at the beginning we just used a lift auger and a horizontal auger to feed the raw material. Then this is the reactor. We just make it in 2 parts. 1, 2. Then after that is the condensers, buffer tank and condensers. Here, these are 3 steps, the carbon black discharging auger. And here, this is the flue gas cleaning desulfurization tower to make sure the environment is no pollution. Okay, here this is a brief process flow for your reference. So normally from here, this is the fully continuous reactor. Then we just regard the tire rubber powder as example. Firstly, we need to feed the tire rubber powder into the reactor. Then at the same time, you need to use the pyrolysis oil or fuel oil as heating at the beginning. Then the oil gas will flow into the buffer tank. Then this is the first buffer tank, then second buffer tank. Then after it, that is the condensers. So during the buffer tank, there's some oil sludge. Let's say that sludge. Normally the sludge will come out from the buffer tank. At the same time, the oil gas will flow into the buffer condensers. The buffer condensers, inside there is water. So totally we use the recycled water to cooling down the oil gas into liquid oil. Then after the cooling, the oil gas will be cooling down into liquid oil, be stored into the oil tank. Then the oil gas will flow into the condensers. The condensers is the main part to cooling down the oil gas into liquid oil. And after we get the liquid oil, the oil will be stored into liquid oil tank. Here just shows the recycled water, because during our preparation of your workshop, you need to build a water pool as recycled water to offer in our whole process. There is no water consumption. We just use it as recycled and no pollution. Then finally, you can storage the oil tank together, pump the oil tank into a big area, mainly storage the oil. After the condensers, the oil gas will flow into the water seal. Actually, for the condensers, we almost complete whole oil gas into liquid oil. Then there's syngas. This kind of syngas cannot condense into liquid oil, so we will call it in syngas. The syngas will firstly flow into the water seal. This water seal actually is a safety device. This safety device can ensure the syngas not flow back. Then, after the water seal, the syngas will flow into the smell disposal system. We need to remove the smell out. Then after that, after cleaning the syngas can totally flow back to the reactor as heating fuel. So the whole process, the fuel we use is this kind of syngas. Then at the same time, after the carbon black was discharged, we can discharge the carbon black into the discharge auger. So firstly flow into the fixed discharging auger. Then step 1, step 2, step 3. 3 augers. Outside is the water jacket to cooling down the carbon black. Then after the carbon black achieve about 80 degrees, then we can package it directly with a tin bag. Then just storage it in your warehouse. Okay, here we can have a view. This is the reactor inner. This reactor inner we use Q345 plate, boiler plate. And here we have the guiding rail. This guiding rail make with stainless steel to ensure the 100 central. And also its point-and-point connection can protect our roller. This is the fixed carbon black auger. Normally the carbon black flow into here, then connect with our 3 steps carbon black augers. This is one of the project in Kazakhstan. They just set up 30 tons fully continuous pyrolysis plant. You can see look like this. During our process, the fully continuous process, we have totally 8 oil boilers. This is oil boilers with 10 syngas boilers. The syngas will flow back. Then we also include it. Also, you can see our cooling system. The 3-stage cooling system adopts tube-to-tube condensation and is also called a heat exchanger. You can have a view of it. Because you know our tube condensers is the new technology. It's totally in sealed situation, so there's no pollution. Here you can have a view. This is the tube condensers. Tube condensers, inside there's many tubes, so the oil gas will flow into the tube. But outside the tube, that is the recycled water. This is our batch pyrolysis plant project case. This photo just took during their operation, so normally you can see there's no samples to show it's running, because there's no pollution and no noise. And this is the recycled water. You can see the water flow out from the process is also the clean. It can just be recycled again and again, so there's no water waste. This is the water seal. You can have a look. Here shows our environmental control system. Normally for our environmental control system, we have 3 steps. For the air pollution, we can consider the flue gas and syngas. We need to ensure the flue gas there's no pollution. The syngas there's no bad smell. So this to ensure the syngas. This device, this desulfurization tower ensures the flue gas there's no pollution. These 2 photos shows the operation site. So if you do this project, you will have the same one just like the photo. And also another air pollution we need to consider is about carbon black, because you know carbon black is flying everywhere, but in our system our carbon black is discharged into the auger, 3 steps auger, and a totally sealed situation. And also you can connect a tongue bag to connect with the auger, the end of auger, directly to package the carbon black. So normally in our whole process there's no carbon black pollution. Okay, here just shows raw material and the finished product. For our fully continuous pyrolysis, you can use tire rubber powder, plastic as raw material. The final product mainly is fuel oil. Second is carbon black. Third is a syngas. So normally for tires, you just consider, you just need to note, you must consider the tires to convert whole tires into small rubber powder. For the plastic, if you use the hard plastic, you just cut it into small pieces. If you use the soft plastic, it's easy. And for the plastic, there's some different kinds of plastic for your choice. Normally for PP and PE, the plastic oil yield is higher. But the PVC, you know, there's for PVC there's corrosion inside. So normally we don't suggest you use PVC. If there's mixed a little yield, that's no problem. But if you mainly do the PVC plastic, we will suggest you consider stainless steel plate. But for PE, we need to note, PE there's no oil yield. So normally for pyrolysis process, we don't suggest you use PE. Except PE, others plastic all no problem. You can see PP can achieve the oil yield about 95%. PP can achieve the oil yield about 90%. and the PS can achieve the oil yield about 90%. And also for ABS, some other white plastic, you can see. If you recycle tire rubber powder, normally you can get about 55% oil yield, then about 30 to 35% carbon black, then the rest 10 to 15% is all syngas. Okay, here this is the SGS report of the final product. We have the SGS report of tire oil, plastic oil, and also carbon black. If you need it, you can contact us. Then our sales manager will send you the details. Here we make a project production plan. You can have a reference. And this is the drawing types we will provide, and the circle. Okay, here we show the spare parts. Normally for fully continuous pyrolysis plant, the maintenance is very easy, almost no need maintenance. Normally you just need to fix out the sludge in the buffer tank, because in the buffer tank there's some carbon sludge there. Every 2 months we just need to clean it, that's it. And after that we also need to check. Actually you can check every day, then in your maintenance time you don't need to change it at all. During the operation, we need to check the spare parts. So here we list the spare parts, which one you need to check. You just inspect the spare parts. If the spare parts is loose or broken, after that, almost no problem. You can see our spare parts include the steering motors, the temperature detector, the pressure detector, vacuum meter, safety valve, and the graphite suffering, glass pipe, ball valve, and the pipe compensator, syngas burner, and the spiral wooden gasket. Okay, these are the spare parts. If you need it, normally you can require the additional 1 set or 2 sets. We can ship it together with the machine. Here, this is a fully continuous pyrolysis plant, ROI. You can check the feasible study. If you want to do this project, you must know if this project you can get profit. So here we have a sheet. You can also fill the data locally according to your local requirements. You can fill. Then you can calculate the exact profit you can get. Here we can just regard it as an example. For example, you use waste tire as raw material. Normally you need 50 tons raw material. Here we just show 50 tons means rubber powder. So if you get 50 tons tires, you need to first convert it into rubber powder. So normally for 50 tires is about 63 tons rubber powder. Here you can change the data into 63. Then normally for your cost is mainly for the raw material cost, the fuel oil cost. And the fuel oil, you can only calculate the first 4 hours. And electricity and water consumption. Normally, water consumption just can ignored. We almost no water consumption, and the worker's salary. Actually, for the whole profit calculation, you can just check the cost you need to pay for the raw material collection, for the fuel oil consumption, for the electricity, and for the worker's salary. These parts you need to calculate. Then for the final product, you can consider the tire oil in your market, and steel wire in your market. Steel wire you can sell directly into the steel factory. For the tire, normally for the tire oil, you can sell it directly to the big factory, use it as heating fuel. For example, you can sell into the cement factory, glass factory, or boiler factory. Some bigger factory use it as heating fuel. Or you can also sell to the distillation plant. If you don't have refinery, bigger refinery factory, you can also consider our distillation technology. And the carbon black, you can you can further process it, or you can sell directly to the market. So let's say for the output, you can calculate how much tire oil you can get, how much steel you can sell, and how much carbon black you can get. Then use the income to decrease the raw cost, so you can get the total profit. Here this sheet just shows the profit per day is about $7,200. You can calculate according to your local market and get the exact profit. If your profit is okay, then you can come here to sign contract. Let's go this project, okay? And here this shows some project cases for your reference. You can have a look. And here just shows parts of our fully continuous pyrolysis plant. And actually in 2023, we have fully continuous pyrolysis from the USA. They just confirmed one site 50 tons fully continuous pyrolysis plant with PLC control system. And we also have an order from India. He confirmed one site 50 tons fully continuous pyrolysis plant. They both recycle tires. And you can see the parts of the site photos. This is the installation photo. This one in Yunnan province. This one is two sets 50. I'm sorry. This one shows two sets 50 tons fully continuous pyrolysis plant in Chongqing province. This one's in Kazakhstan. And we also have some latest photos, installation photos, and running videos. If you are interested in this detailed information, you can leave your message. Our sales manager will send all to you. Here shows our manufacturing process, the tool we need. here shows our QC, quality control. Okay, here let's watch the 3D video to see the whole process. Okay, here, if you need the whole process video, we can talk with our sales manager. So our sales manager will send you the detailed videos. And here, if you have interest about the fully continuous pyrolysis plant, we welcome you to leave your contact here and leave message what exactly you need. Of course, we are in China, Henan Province, Zhengzhou City, so we welcome you coming for a visit to see our production and our office. We hope we can cooperate with you very soon. China welcome you. So today our live show is over. Anytime you need, please focus on our live show. See you. Bye. Have a good day. 咋关呀？